This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, one local pizzeria is ready to kick it old school. We're talking pizza next on FYI. Happy Friday, and yes, I just said pizza. I'm Ken Kara, and I thank you for watching. And in order to get to that pizza story, we first have to get to our local headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Police seized drugs after responding to an accident yesterday afternoon that involved a pedestrian. It happened around 3:10 yesterday afternoon. Police tell us that 42-year-old Jose German Santos of Hazleton allegedly struck a pedestrian while operating a green Chevy Tracker. The victim, a 34-year-old woman, was seriously injured and flown to Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest for head trauma. Police found an open container of alcohol and a substantial amount of marijuana in the vehicle. Santos was charged with aggravated assault by vehicle, driving under the influence, and other charges. No word on the condition of the victim. The children were real troopers. Those are the words of Hazleton Police Chief Jerry Speziale after Hazleton Police responded to an apparent drug overdose on Thursday morning. A male and a female in their 20s were found unresponsive at 712 Emerald Court. The female died and the male went to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and then was sent to a trauma center. There were children in the home, the youngest being an infant and the oldest being 7 years old. The kids were taken to Lehigh Valley Hazleton to be evaluated. Speziale says the oldest child kept her cool and went back into the home to get supplies for the baby. Millions are preparing for Hurricane Matthew, the most powerful storm to hit the East Coast in decades. One woman with ties to our area is in the midst of the storm. This is a video taken by Buffy Nevadal, who lives in Deltona, Velocia County in Florida. Buffy is originally from Hazel Township. She served as secretary for former Hazleton Mayor John Quigley and then as the clerk for City Council for a number of years. She just moved to Florida a month ago, and this is her first hurricane, and it's a major one. She tells us that wind gusts were at 55 miles per hour out of the west when she took this video, and it is still too dangerous to go outside. She says that this is the back end of the hurricane as the eye passed east of her a few hours ago. Forecasters are watching to see if Matthew could actually boomerang and come back a second time. Everyone at SSPTV sends our prayers for those who are in the path of Matthew. You've heard the saying, everything old is new again. Well, that is certainly true for one Hazleton business. Lisa Sugar reports on how Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant will soon be going door to door, just like days gone by.
One Hazleton restaurant is hoping to take you back in time, bringing back an old-time tradition to the current day. I'm pleased to welcome to our studios today Lauren Sacco from Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant on Wyoming Street in Hazleton. And Lauren, I understand you're creating what's being called Frankie's Pizza Express. So tell us what this is all about.
We are taking our box tavern pizza, which is 12 slices baked and ready to eat, and we are going to offer a door-to-door delivery service. It's going to be just like they used to deliver the cold pizza in the old days. It's going to be the same concept of a Girl Scout knocking on your door, selling the cookies that she has of the month.
You said it's like when milk and eggs in the days gone by used to come to the door as well. So you're hoping that this will bring the community together so that people are familiar with your restaurant, and you're hoping to reach out, I guess, and bridge the gap as well with members of the Hispanic community.
Yes, along with this, we have 10 bilingual young men that are going to be what's coming to your door. They're going to be dressed in a yellow, like a safety yellow shirt that says Frankie's Pizza Express. So then this way they're notified and you don't have to be questioning, is this something we should or shouldn't be opening our door? Our car is addressed. Our car has everything on it, our phone number, our address, as well as the box that they'll be handing you. So we've taken security into height. We covered all of our bases, and we're looking to bring a hometown product that Hazleton is pretty well known for, and people have a sense of not wanting to come downtown. So we're looking to break the mold and letting you know that there's an awesome tasting product you are missing out on by not getting in your car and coming to us. So therefore, we have our Pizza Express van coming to a neighborhood.
All right, now when you're dropping off the pizza as well, you're also dropping off a menu, and there's an interesting twist on that as well because it will be in English and Spanish.
Correct. We are going and doing things a little bit different with the restaurant. We're coming up on 20 years here in November, and we've never had to deal with this. We've never had to bridge the gap between customers coming in that can only really understand the pizza that's in the window. So It's a family-friendly place where we want families of all denominations to be able to come in on a Friday night and be able to enjoy dinner, whether it's with you, with friends, with whoever. So when you come into our restaurant, in the next month, you will get your menu where English will be on the front and Spanish will be on the back. And when we come to your door, if you are a Spanish-speaking resident, our menu will be translated that you could read and realize that we're more than just pizza. There's salad, soup, antipasto, wraps, anything that anybody else would be able to take advantage of.
And another interesting twist you told me is that you will also be translating things on your Facebook page in the future and also sending out emails that will be able to be translated as well.
Yes, along with this program, when the gentlemen come to your door, we will be collecting your email if you're interested in staying in the loop with us. And right now, our email system and our Facebook system both go solely in English. We are working on translating that the information on Facebook and on your emails, there'll be a button that you could hit that it'll translate. This way you're also more comfortable when you're able to place your order. And on the other end, flipping the coin for in the restaurant, we have 4 people on site that are Spanish-speaking bilingual people, as well as the gentleman bringing the box to your door. So if you are a resident of Hazleton that's been here 20 years and you're open to change, this is something new and funky. And if you're someone that's brand new to our area, we want you to know that for 20 years we're downtown making things that taste awesome, and there's no reason that you should not be able to enjoy this and a night out just like everybody else in our community.
So you're hoping this will catch on and maybe other businesses will want to do the same thing. When does it start and where will it be at?
We will be starting next Wednesday, October 12th. This will run Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 3:30 until 7, and then on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 2. Our very first route is going to be up the Heights. The exact streets, we're mapping that out, but if you follow us on Facebook and you follow us on our email, and we're also going to have an ad in the Standard Speaker newspaper, it'll be on the front half of the second section, and it'll have a schedule and a mapped out grid of where we're going to be and the times we're going to be there. So eventually my whole goal is I want 4 trucks on the road within a matter of 2 years. So this needs to catch on quick. And I hope people are receptive enough to open the door to someone and see what we have. And it's $8 a box. And by doing that, we're putting kids in the community back to work, as well as circulating a very good product that we have to offer.
All right, so an interesting twist on business in downtown Hazleton. Frankie's Pizza Express starting on Wednesday the 12th in the community. Hopefully they'll be coming to your door, and hopefully other businesses will catch on to their lead.
I'm going to gain a lot of weight. I actually ordered a Frankie's Pizza while you were listening to that story. Thank you, Lisa. Oktoberfest in Hazleton starts tonight. It is also part of the First Friday celebration underway in downtown Hazleton right now. The event is in the Center City Park at Broad and Laurel Streets, and it will have food, live entertainment, and yes, beer. Its official title is Boots, Brews, and Cruise Oktoberfest. Country music radio station Nash FM will be there tonight. And also tomorrow, you can enter to win a cruise to Florida, hence the Boots and Cruise part of the title. If you're not sold yet, you will be after I tell you this. The McAdoo Fire Company is catering. And the Hat is playing tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. That's what the cool kids call local band Ostrich Hat. That's why I messed it up. I'm not cool. The party is tonight from 6 to 10 p.m. and tomorrow from noon until 8 p.m. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Gassat hopes this becomes a new tradition in Hazleton. Now, while you're at Oktoberfest, make sure you pick up your We Are Hazleton t-shirt. Help the group raise funds for the Hazleton Police Department and look really cool, because trust me, the shirts are really sweet. Well, we told you earlier this week that Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump will hold a rally at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Wilkes-Barre Township on Monday at 6 p.m. But he is not the only campaign stop in our area. Senator Bernie Sanders will campaign for the Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton and Katie McGinty, who is running for the United States Senate. The event will take place tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. at the Scranton High School. The doors will open at 9:30 a.m. The event is open to the public. To register, go to hillaryclinton.com. The Laurel Mall is the place to be this weekend. Rocco Aruzo is the business operations manager for the mall.
On the 8th of October, we have our Fall Community Carnival, which is a good event with all the nonprofits, the churches, and so on that come. We have the Hazleton Camera Club. They'll be here from October 9th to the 16th with the photo show. The American Red Cross will be back on October 14th. They'll be outside in the mobile unit front main, because we don't have any locations inside the Laurel Mall, unfortunately. And the Hershey Raffle, which is a big thing which benefits the Children's Miracle Network. They'll be here on the 22nd and 23rd. So a lot of things happening here at the mall.
For a complete list of mall events, check out their website, thelaurelmall.com, or look them up on Facebook. And finally, SSPTV will be making a major announcement on Monday. We're teaming up with our media partner, the Hazleton Standard Speaker, to support a wonderful cause in our area. Please join us Monday on FYI and read Kelly Monitz's article in Monday's Standard Speaker. There's more Friday fun ahead, including Adopt Me from the Hazleton Animal Shelter with my dog Chris Barkanic and his dog Daisy. In sports, Madden Mania is ready to run wild in Hazleton as the Chicago Cubs start postseason play. We have some Joe Madden stories to share with you in just a little bit.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Look at this picture. Perfect fall day in Hazleton. Will Mother Nature stay cool for the weekend? Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 54 degrees. Southeast winds 6 to 8 miles per hour. Looks good for Oktoberfest and First Friday. Saturday, showers likely, mainly between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Cloudy with a high near 62 degrees. We'll have a 60% chance of precipitation. Saturday night, a chance of showers, 30% chance, mainly before 9 p.m. Mostly cloudy, low around 46 degrees. On Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 56. Northwest wind 13 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, patchy frost after 3 a.m. Otherwise mostly clear with a low of 37. It's getting cold. Columbus Day, patchy frost before 9 a.m. Otherwise sunny with a high near 59. And then Monday night, mostly clear, low in the 30s once again. Tuesday heats up a little bit, sunny with a high near 60. And then Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 45 degrees. Put more numbers up on your screen now. They're your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 259, pick 3 793, pick 4 6057, and pick 5 94692. Here comes Adopt Me from the Hazleton Animal Shelter. You're going to love Daisy.
Hello again, here I have with me Daisy. Daisy is an approximately 1 to 2 year old terrier mix who has just been recently spayed and given all of her vaccinations. Like all of our dogs, she's been tested for heartworm and Lyme disease, and although she came up negative for heartworm, she did test positive for Lyme. Right now she's currently being medicated with 28 days worth of doxycycline to help make her healthy again. As you can see, she doesn't really display any of the symptoms of Lyme because she has a lot of energy and doesn't seem to have any bone problems. Upon doing one meet and greet with Daisy, she seemed to do pretty well with the other dogs she was introduced to, and she has a lot of energy. We recommend an owner who has a little bit of experience with dogs and who has time for long walks and a decent amount of property to run around on. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have with me Lexi. Lexi is a new addition to our female colony, and she's an approximately 4 to 6 month old kitten who's recently been spayed, tested for feline leukemia and FIV, and has also been given her first round of vaccinations. Lexi is very affectionate and playful and seems to do extremely well with the other cats around here, especially the ones similar in age to her. For that reason, we recommend her for first-time pet owners as well as anybody who has some cats at home. Although very affectionate, Lexi does not like to be held for prolonged periods of time, so we don't recommend that she necessarily go to a home that has small children because they do love to pick up and hold animals. That's it for this week's animals. If anybody's interested in Daisy, Lexi here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazleton Animal Shelter at 101 North Poplar Street.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Game 1 of the National League Division Series between Joe Madden's Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants is tonight. Here's a fun story about Madden and the Cubs, and pay attention because I also worked in our Football Friday schedule and our FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. It's that time of year when baseball stories fly around the city of Hazleton like leaves in the autumn wind. Downtown, the shop too offers interesting items from Hazleton's past and great stories from America's past time. The owner is Joe Madden's sister, Carmine Parlator, and on this day, their mom is visiting, Albina Beanie Madden. So of course, baseball comes up. The Cubs have a really good team, but are you still nervous with the playoffs coming up?
You get very anxious, and you're just hoping and wishing that they do good, that's all.
When was the last time you talked with your son? Have you been in touch with him? Or I know he's been
I
very
leave a
busy.
I leave messages for him, and if he has time, he calls back.
And I know I asked this before, but this is exciting as you see the whole town get ready. You see more Cubs hats around this time of year.
Oh yes, oh yes. A lot of people, they wish him luck. It's really nice.
Beanie probably has the most Joe Madden stories in town, but Bob Curry is definitely in the top 5. The founding president of the Hazleton Integration Project was part of the clubhouse celebration when the Tampa Bay Rays clinched the American League East Division title in 2008. Shortly after that, the Rays squared off with the Boston Red Sox in the American League Championship Series. Tampa Bay had a 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series, but the Boston Red Sox made an improbable comeback in Game 5 and also won Game number 6 to force Game 7 at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. Before Curry finishes this story, let me tell you that I'm a Red Sox fan.
They lost to the Red Sox. ESPN was up here, and this is one of the lessons I learned. They were up here with the whole family at Cass's place, Davey Cassarella's place on Diamond Avenue, and we were having a party there, and if the team won that night, they were going to go to the World Series. However, they started out 6-0 Rays. And the Red Sox kept chipping away, and finally they caught them, passed them, and won the game. And then the Red Sox won the next game, tying it at 3-3. And a journalist came up to Joe in a restaurant and said, "You must be devastated. Your team, oh my God, what must they feel having a 3-1 lead and a 6-0 lead? You guys must be really down." And Joe looked at him as if he had just grown a third arm out of his head and said, "Really? That's what you think? No way. We're going to be okay. Watch the game tomorrow."
I did.
Madden's Rays beat the Sox in Game 7 and went to their first World Series in franchise history, where they lost to the Philadelphia Phillies. Now Madden is chasing his first World Series championship as a manager with the Chicago Cubs, who haven't won the Fall Classic since 1908.
If I tell you that Joe is honestly not concerned one bit about 108 years of futility, that's not on his shoulders. And because it's not on his shoulders, it's not on the team's shoulders either. Nobody believes that it's their responsibility somehow to carry this mantle of losses that long. This is 2016. They got a great baseball team. They're going to play each game and focus on each game as it comes, and they're not going to worry about a 100-year curse. There's no Billy Goats there in the stadium. There's no Bartman left in the stadium. This is a great baseball team. It starts on Friday. Let the games begin.
Just before I showed up at the Hazleton One Community Center, Curry was on the phone with one of HIP's founders.
Actually, Joe called about some non-baseball things because Joe frequently checks up on what we're doing in the building at the community center. But anytime you talk to Joe Madden in the month of October, you're going to be talking baseball. And this year, Joe seconded the fact that Chicago is just electric right now. And there are just so many people that are so excited.
The electricity can also be felt here in the Power City, as everyone is rooting for the hometown hero to make history.
Joe Madden might win a World Series. He might win National League Manager of the Year, but I know one award he won't be receiving. That's the Hazleton chapter of Unico's 2016 Columbus Day Italian American of the Year. That award belongs to our Ron Marchetti. Congratulations to the host of Trivia Treats and Short Shots here on FYI. Ronnie will be honored at a dinner on Sunday at Capriotti's. Salute, Ronnie. And now, give us some Short Shots.
Friday, October 7th, and week 7 of high school football season. Hi, everybody. This is Short Shots. 0-6 Hazleton area is at 2-4 Scranton, and 3-3 Marion Catholic is at Montana area. Another huge game of local interest. 6-0 Williamsport is at 4-2 Delaware Valley tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Last Friday, the Cougars were victims of the mercy rule for the second time this season, and for the second time this season, starting the second half. The Scarlet, Silver, and White lost to Delaware Valley 35-0. The Cougars have been outscored this season so far 207-35. Marion ran away with Panther Valley 48-18. Seth Pollock rushed for 178 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Colts. Other scores of local interest: North Schuylkill beat Lehighton 7-0 in the defensive gem. Crestwood lost to Nanticoke 25-22. Pottsville beat Tamaqua 19-7, 6-0. Schuylkill Haven, Malmon area 54-0, and Berwick beat Coughlin 17-9. What else? Penn State defeated Minnesota at home in OT, and Indy beat Syracuse in the Meadowlands. Vince Scully, Dodgers announcer for the last 67 years, called his final game at age 88. Also, Chicago White Sox manager Robin Ventura has retired. On Tuesday, the Toronto Blue Jays bested the Baltimore Orioles 5-2 in 11 innings in the first playoff game in the American League playoffs. And the San Francisco Giants nipped the New York Mets 3-0 on Connor Gillespie's 3-run dinger in the top of the ninth. Madison Bumgarner pitched a complete game 4-hit shutout, a brilliant performance. So the O's and Mets are gone. On Thursday, the Blue Jays trounced the Texas Rangers 10-1 in Game 1 of a best-of-5 series. And last night, the Cleveland Indians beat the Boston Red Sox 5-4 in Game 1 of that series. Penn State has unbeaten Maryland at Beaver Stadium, and Notre Dame is at North Carolina State. Both games are at noon. Hurricane Matthew could be a huge factor in that NC State game. Matthew has hit Florida, and the LSU and Florida game has been postponed indefinitely. There's a chance that game may never be played. So right now, you are better off in Pennsylvania than in Florida. Till Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Celebrate your Friday at Bottlenecks with $4 shareable appetizers from 6 to 8 p.m. Plus, there's some great live music every other Friday featuring Dom and Mr. Sax.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 8th birthday to Landon Shaddy. This comes with love from Mom, Dad, Lauren, Goldie, and Grammy. In our Talk of the Town report, there will be a haunted school fundraiser and food drive hosted by the Holy Name of Jesus Parish on Saturday, October 15th, beginning at dusk. Admission is $4 per person, and children will have tasks in order to get candy throughout. Also, for each non-perishable or canned food item donated, there will be a chance given to receive a family night out, including dinner and activities. All proceeds of this 4th annual event will be donated to the renovation of the school for community purposes. For more info, please call 570-579-8721. Our next announcement, Sugarloaf Golf Club will be hosting the Eugene Plaza Memorial Beer, Wine, Dine, and 9, a 9-hole, 4-person golf scramble, Friday, October 14th at 3 p.m. The event will feature a beer and wine tasting, plus a fantastic dinner, and all the proceeds benefit community services for site. For more info, please call 570-455-0421. And finally, Beaver Meadows Volunteer Fire Company and the Citizens for Recreation will be hosting a Fire EMS Day Sunday, October 9th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the baseball field to promote fire prevention. A variety of fire and EMS vehicles will be on display, and including a medevac helicopter and the Fire Safety House. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Elizabeth Schaefer of Sugarloaf Township. Funeral is Monday at 10:30 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. James Petrilla of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Firo Funeral Home. John G. Lazarski of Freeland. Mass is Tuesday at 10 a.m. in St. Mary's Byzantine Catholic Church. The McNulty Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Clara Gleam of Drums. Funeral is Monday at 9:45 a.m. from the Firo Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 9 to 9:45.
There's a lot going on. You'll find something to do in the Hazelton area this weekend. And before we go, happy birthday to our intern, Angela Marquez. That's it. We'll see you next week. Take it easy, everyone.